When you think of goal achievement or crossing things off your bucket list, it's pretty standard for you to do the practices that most successful people do, where you visualize as if your goal has already been attained. You write things down, you have a vision board, you use positive affirmations. But there's one thing that I don't want you to forget. And I always teach this when I deliver a keynote presentation to my clients at conferences and conventions, is that before you even set out on your dream list or your goal achievement or your bucket list, I want you to be outrageous. I want you to let go of all of your fear and anxiety and trepidation. And I want you just to act as if that the world is at your fingertips. What would you like to achieve? What would your ultimate front row seat look like? And I have a perfect example of being outrageous and then the reality being even bigger than previously imagined. And I'm talking about a couple, Ellie and Tommy, who were engaged last year. And as they were sending out their wedding invitations, they had extras. And then they decided to do something completely outrageous. Now, this is a normal everyday couple. They are not celebrities, they are not influencers, they're just a regular couple. And they decided with one of their extra wedding invitations to invite a celebrity. And not just any celebrity, but they invited Bad Bunny to their wedding. Well, obviously, his people wrote back to them and said, Bad Bunny is not going to come to your wedding. However, we have something even bigger in mind. In fact, they invited Ellie and Tommy to go to the Super Bowl and get married during the halftime show. And that's exactly what happened. This was a legitimate wedding ceremony performed at the halftime of the Super Bowl. And there's Bad Bunny, who eventually signed the witness papers. And then they had their first dance to a Lady Gaga song sung by Lady Gaga. Don't you love that story? This is a perfect example of saying, having this mindset of saying, why not? Let's just be outrageous. You never know what could happen. And in their case, what happened was even bigger than they had previously imagined. So I want you to be thinking, where are you settling in the balcony of your life? Or where are you settling for general admission seats? What can you do on the equivalent scale of sending a celebrity a wedding invitation? What can you do in your life that's outrageous? And if you happen to be in a relationship, since we are so close to Valentine's Day, it may be a good question to ask your partner. What can we do to elevate our relationship and just be outrageous? So I challenge you to do that on this Front Row Friday. Is yes, you're going to visualize success. Yes, you're going to write down your goals. Yes, you're going to have a bucket list, but don't forget to start by being outrageous. Let me know how it goes. I can't wait to hear your success stories, and I will see you in the front row.